ever since I was a small child, I was fascinated by Lego. So now, at 47 years of age, I've finally got to come to my Mecca, my Disneyland. It's Legoland. All right, not the real one in Denmark, that's gonna come later, but the UK version, which is as good as I've got right now. So why not come with me on this special edition of the Bucketlister Diaries and watch me, well, just go and be a 6-year-old kid around Legoland. Let's go. So it's December, so at the time of filming you can see massive Christmas tree, so everything is going to be winter themed, I'm pretty sure, festive themed. Despite that, the sun is out, it is a glorious day, parking is free, which is amazing, and I'm super excited to be here, and I'm going to have you with me. Obviously, one of the key principles of this whole project is to do all of the things that you have always wanted to do. And as I mentioned in the intro, I've always been a massive fan of Lego since I was little. When, you know, if you're from, it's quite annoyingly loud, if you're from the era that I'm from, then each year you got given an Argos catalogue and Christmas, and you chose your presents from that. And for me, it was like straight to the Lego pages and just get as much Lego as I possibly could. And not just as a child, even now I am proudly an AFOL, an adult fan of Lego. I still spend ridiculous amounts of money on Lego right now. There's Lego all over my house, right? But this project is all about doing the things you've always wanted to do, all the things that bring you joy. And for lots of us, looking back to our childhood is a really, really good way to unlock some of those treasures, some of those things that maybe you'd forgotten about that you always wanted to do. So why not think back to your childhood and think back to the things you used to enjoy and see if there's anything in there which now you might be able to do. And the other cool thing is when you're an adult, you have money. So you can do all of the things, you can buy the stuff. It's much, much easier to actually achieve that. One of the other things on my bucket list is to build a Lego village, right? Because I never could do that when I was a child because it was obviously eye-wateringly expensive. Now I've got a proper job, I can afford to do that sort of thing. So look out for that one at some point in the future as well. Anyway, let's go exploring. A 4D cinema. Not sure if it's going to be as good as the one in Disney where you get to see the Muppets, but it's probably going to be pretty good. Also picked up one of these. It is a Legoland at Christmas leaflet. It's a jolly journal, no less. And I thought to myself, I'm going to get one as a keepsake. So the girl who gave me, I went, oh, can I have an extra one for my boy? Yeah, little did she know, my boy is a dog. So there, in your face. So they also have adventure golf here, and I'm a massive fan of adventure golf. So I've booked to come and have a round here. Apparently there are 4 courses to master. I think like a space one, a pirate one, some sort of like wizard one. Not sure if I'm going to get a choice or if you just sort of get what you're given, but we'll see what happens. And yeah, I'm sure that in true Lego fashion it'll be pretty sweet. Let's go find out. Well, this looks pretty cool. So we've got Pirate Voyage, Medieval Mayhem. Oh, I like the look of that one. Hopefully I'll get to choose and I can do that. Yeah. Lego City Adventure and Space Mission. Whoa. Basically it's a massive great warehouse. Pretty cool. Well, that was Adventure Golf. Didn't play particularly well. Went around in 22 for 9 holes. But good fun. And it was only an extra tenner to do the golf. So if you're going to come to Legoland, why not do the extra tenner? This is a great place with 4 courses. That course, it wasn't the best. I mean, this isn't any sort of crazy golf review channel all of a sudden. And I realised the ridiculousness of what I'm about to say. But it kind of felt like it was more for kids. Disappointingly. You know, what can I say? Anyway, well worth a look. So that was the Adventure Golf, and the lovely lady who worked in the Adventure Golf, Maddie, not only offered me another round for £5, which was an excellent value upsell I thought, which I might take them up on when I finished going around the park. I'll see how much time I've got, but she also gave me this, which is a Legoland collector's badge, pop badge. It's like a badge with no pin that goes on a lanyard, and she said, do you collect them, because I'm allowed to give you one? And I said, that's lovely. And it's got like a little Scooby-Doo on it, and I'm like a little Bavarian girl or something, so that's pretty cool. And now I'm going to go back into the park. Let's go. So definitely one of the huge advantages of coming here blissfully out of season is not only do they have all of the cool Christmas stuff everywhere, but also the park is like pretty much empty. The Adventure Golf, there was no one else playing really on any of the holes particularly, and I get the impression that the queues today will be largely non-existent. Yay! So just going to head into what's called Miniland, which I think is like probably one of the most famous things that Legoland do, which is all of the mini scale stuff. That's a bad example of it. London up first, that bit's obviously nothing. And then you can see what's going on. Tower of London. Over there somewhere. Pretty cool. Looks pretty weathered though, like it's been absolutely hammered. As St Paul's Cathedral. Big Ben. I mean, pretty cool really. Probably don't need me talking all over it, so I'll stick some music over this. Windsor Castle, the oldest and largest occupied castle in the world with 1,000 rooms. Christ. And it's just over there. In fact, when you come in and you've got like a bit of an elevated view, you can see Windsor Castle. Don't know if anyone's home. Probably not. Well, that was Miniland. It's not really my cup of tea, that. I don't know why. I don't like the scale that it's built in. I like minifigure scale to start with. But it just all seems a bit old and dated, and not necessarily old-fashioned, but just old. It just looks like it's been rained on a lot, which I guess it would have been being here. But this is something I can get behind. Oh yeah, Tupelo Valley. Well, we might as well go and have a look around it anyway, right? I paid to be here, so we might as well go and have a look. Not really sure this is going to be for my age group. So that was the hotel there. It looks like there's another hotel up here as well. And actually the hotels are really inexpensive if you're going to come anyway. I was offered a room for less than £60, which, you know, for a night's accommodation is pretty good. I think you get like early access to the park and that sort of stuff as well. Although one thing to bear in mind, if you're going to come out of season like I have, be prepared for lots of it to be closed. There's quite a few of the stuff that's just not open. Like a lot of the kiosks aren't open, quite a few of the rides aren't open. And that doesn't really bother me because really I just came to have a look around. If I had a couple of rugrats with me who had, you know, been sat in the car for hours because they wanted to go on one particular ride and then that ride isn't open, then I'm guessing that's probably not going to go down very well. Know what I mean? Well, I've just stopped for an overpriced cup of coffee, just the £4 for a standard Costa. I suppose not that bad given where we are. And I've stopped for a coffee because that's about the halfway point. Did about half of Legoland, I think, so far, and about half to go. Gotta say, it's been a lot of fun for a big adult Lego fan like me. Lots of it, as I mentioned, it's closed, sadly, I guess because of the time of year. But maybe that's balanced out by the fact that they've also got a load of festive stuff, which I assume is not here at the rest of the year. I'm sure they decorate it with whatever the season is, like they do at, you know, Thorpe Park and Alton Towers, which are all part of the same chain as they don't own Lego, but they do own the rights, presumably, to operate Legoland Windsor. So all in all, it's been really good fun so far. Excited to go and have a look around the second half. If you come here with kids, expect, you know, bring along money because they are experts at relieving you from your money. Obviously, everything you have to go through is like past a kiosk that's going to try and sell you something either sugar based or toy based. One of those two sits in one of those two camps. I am under no illusions that I'm going to have my pants well and truly pulled down from the huge Lego shop on the way out, which I will definitely be leaving plenty of comments for. Okay, that was the flight of the Skylion, and fair play, that was sick. No spoilers, hopefully, in the video of the recording. Probably shouldn't film that, but hey ho, the things I do for you. But seriously, that was totally awesome, and really good ride. It's a bit like the flying over California type thing they have in Disney. So sick, and it's still bloody freezing, but also now, annoyingly, wait there, check this out. What in the... Age 9? She kind of made that, surely. Guess she drew it and they created it or something. Anyway, it's starting to rain, which is a bit disappointing, and my batteries are starting to get a bit low as well on the camera, not my batteries, you understand. Anyway, onward. Well, that just about wraps up Legoland Windsor. What a fab day I've had. It's been absolutely freezing cold, but it didn't rain for the most part, so that was good. Brilliant day. It has absolutely lived up to my expectations. I just can't believe it took me so long to get here. I still want to go to the one in Denmark, so it'd be good to see what that one's like. Hopefully they've got more adult stuff there. This one I really feel is really aimed at the kids. I know that probably sounds like an obvious statement, right? Lego aimed at kids, but there's a lot of adults that like Lego as well. And the one in California, which I have been to, they do have more stuff like about the history of Lego, and we even managed to get backstage when we went to see how they make the bricks and all sorts of cool stuff like that, which I don't know if they have that here at other times of the year or whatever, but definitely here it seems to be really aimed at the kids. So anyway, that aside though, brilliant day, loved it. There's one last thing for me to do, and that is to go into the shop and have my trousers royally pulled down, no doubt, for a bit of retail therapy to end the day. What an end to the year, what an end to my first year as a bucket lister. See you next time.